Now, if the government is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being, they have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
2024 is shaping up to be a year full of shocking revelations, and it seems no one, especially the Hollywood elite, is safe. Big names are being dragged through the mud, and the headlines just keep getting messier. If you thought Katt Williams was done airing out Hollywood's dirty laundry, think again. He's back, and this time, Steve Harvey is in his sights. But this isn't just another celebrity feud. It goes much deeper, involving blackmail, betrayal, and parties that will leave you stunned. So buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the rabbit hole of Hollywood's most shocking scandals. And trust us, things are about to get messy.
Took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
If you remember Katt Williams' explosive interview with Shannon Sharpe earlier this year, you'll know that he didn't hold back. He dropped bombshell after bombshell, calling out people like Diddy, Steve Harvey, and other big industry names. Katt's been warning us for years that Hollywood is a twisted place, filled with secrets that powerful people will do anything to protect. 2024, however, is proving to be the year those secrets finally come to light, and it all starts with Diddy and Steve Harvey.
He controlled every aspect of her life. He is accused of frequently beating her and would hide her in hotel rooms for days until the bruising and signs of abuse were gone.
During his interview with Sharpe, Katt made some wild claims about Diddy's infamous mansion parties. If you've heard any rumors about these legendary gatherings, you'll know they aren't your typical Hollywood events. According to Katt, these parties had a darker side, with activities behind closed doors that would make even the most seasoned insiders raise an eyebrow. Katt even revealed that he'd been offered millions of dollars for times, in fact, to stay silent about the things he knew. Why? Because Diddy had some pretty outrageous requests, and Katt wasn't interested in participating. "You've got to tell him no," Katt said about Diddy, referring to the pressures of those wild parties.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
But things get even juicier when Katt starts talking about Steve Harvey. According to Katt, Harvey has been under Diddy's control for years, thanks to some alleged compromising tapes from those notorious parties. Katt strongly hinted that Diddy had blackmailed Steve into silence, using video evidence to keep him in line.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark...
Now, let's rewind for a moment. Steve Harvey and Diddy have been close for years, with their friendship dating back to 2005. And it doesn't stop there. Steve's stepdaughter, Lori Harvey, has also been romantically linked to Diddy. Back in 2019, rumors swirled when Lori, only 22 at the time, was spotted hanging out with Diddy, even though she had previously been romantically involved with Diddy's son, Justin. This connection is where Katt's allegations take an even darker turn. Katt suggests that Steve may have actually encouraged Lori's relationship with Diddy, not for love, but as part of a scheme to keep Steve's own secrets buried.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap.
In the most scandalous of twists, Katt even claimed that Steve sees Lori as nothing more than an ATM card, suggesting his motives are far from paternal. The media went wild when Lori and Diddy were seen vacationing together in places like Cabo San Lucas and Italy. But it raised even more questions. How could Steve be okay with his stepdaughter dating a man 27 years older than her, especially when that man had been romantically linked to her ex-boyfriend, his own son, Justin?
And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
Katt wasn't just calling Steve out on his relationship with Lori. He was implying that Steve was complicit in keeping things quiet, hinting that he'd even participated in Diddy's infamous parties in the past. Allegedly, Diddy recorded Steve at those gatherings, and Katt believes those tapes are the leverage Diddy has been holding over him all these years.
They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that?
But the accusations don't stop there. Katt and Steve have had a long-running beef, and Katt has been vocal for years. During the same interview, Katt called Steve a country bumpkin who's can't talk good and even made fun of his appearance, likening him to Mr. Potato Head. Katt also accused Steve of stealing material from fellow comedian Mark Curry, using it to launch his own sitcom, The Steve Harvey Show. According to Katt, Steve attended one of Mark's live tapings and then copied the concept for his own show, playing a character similar to Mark's, a principal running a school. The allegations were brutal, with Katt claiming Steve's entire career was built on the backs of others' work.
Stand-up comedian, entertainer, television host, family man. But most importantly, I happen to be a man of faith.
But Katt didn't stop at Steve's past. He also claimed that Steve had retired from stand-up comedy after losing a comedy battle to him in front of 10,000 people in Detroit. According to Katt, the loss happened because he exposed that Steve wore a wig. Yes, you read that right. Katt claims that Steve's bald head wasn't real, and when he called him out on stage, Steve couldn't handle the heat and stepped away from stand-up altogether.
Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours, and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road?
While Steve has denied all of these allegations, Katt hasn't backed down. 2024 could finally be the year that Katt gets some vindication, especially with Diddy now facing serious legal trouble. Federal authorities recently raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, searching for evidence in connection with a major investigation. And this time, it's not just rumors. The investigation is serious, looking into shady activities Diddy has been linked to for years. If the allegations are true, this could spell disaster for a lot of people, including Steve Harvey.
Special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
Katt has been dropping hints for months that 2024 would be the year Hollywood's darkest secrets would come to light, and with Diddy's arrest, it's starting to look like he was right. The FBI and other law enforcement agencies are investigating Diddy for a range of crimes, and if he goes down, he may not be alone. According to Katt, there are plenty of big names involved in this mess, and Steve Harvey is one of them.
Replete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras.
This could play out much like the downfall of R. Kelly, whose legal troubles began with whispers and rumors before the law finally caught up with him. Diddy, like Kelly, is a hugely influential figure in the entertainment industry, and for years, he managed to dodge serious consequences despite the rumors surrounding him. But now, as the investigation heats up, it seems the law is finally catching up to him.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
Katt has been warning us for years that these Hollywood elites aren't untouchable, and 2024 is proving him right. He's been collecting information for over 30 years and says he's ready to expose everything. With Diddy now in the legal crosshairs, Steve Harvey could soon find himself facing serious fallout from his association with him. If Katt's claims are true, Steve's career, reputation, and family legacy could be on the line.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell.
The investigation into Diddy's empire is just beginning, and with racketeering, conspiracy, and other serious charges looming, the fallout could be massive. As the investigation unfolds, more names could get caught in the crossfire, and Katt's prediction that Hollywood's darkest secrets will be exposed may just be coming true. Could Steve Harvey be next? Only time will tell, but if Katt Williams is to be believed, this is just the beginning of what promises to be a wild ride.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
There are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
That this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
Then you asked it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same bro that hated on Bernie with this same thing.
What is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released to his mansion.
Issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
Now you got the Diddy situation where he jumps on a private jet, they say yesterday, and is on his way to the Cape Verde Islands.
Clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes. All right, I got to take some time to address this here.
And people get caught up in the illusion of Hollywood. People really get caught up in this. And
let me tell you something else. Not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied.
We all saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy.
Yikes.
She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
And I hung the phone up. I went upstairs. I said, Marjorie down. I said, Marjorie, we got a problem. When I explained it to her, Marjorie started crying.
That's of course. There's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers.
This has to be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold, austere facility.
What do you think? Is Steve Harvey really tied up in all of this? Has Diddy been pulling the strings all these years? Or is Katt Williams just stirring the pot? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned and stay curious. This story is far from over.